When we talk about Git, it is a complex graph which is made of specifically four objects: blob, trees, commit, and tags. Okay, and then this is one of the simplest example of Git repository, how the objects are getting stored. But as the repository grows, it's become more and more complex. So we'll be learning various terms here in this chapter, like what is the blob, then how blobs meets together and create a tree, and then what is the commit, and then what is the mean of tags as well. Okay, so any file which we create in our repository will be a blob. Okay, so for the example, let's assume I did the changes in main.c file. Okay, so that file will be applied to a algorithm which is known as SHA-1 algorithm. The content of file will be given to algorithm SHA-SUM. Okay, that algorithm runs and generate a 40 digit SHA-1, and then the content of this file is compressed using glib and then saved in a binary format known as blob. One file, so blob equal to a file, and the content of the file is passed as the input to a SHA-1 algorithm which generate a 40-digit hash. Okay, and that 40-digit hash will be always unique. When I say unique, it means like there is a very, 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 very rare possibility that two different content will generate same SHA-1. Only the same content can generate the same SHA-1. So I have, if a file is having hello and another file is having hello world, so there is no way that both can generate the same SHA-1. The same way, if both there are two files which are having hello inside that, they both will generate the same SHA-1. So Git use this approach intelligently, this SHA-1, to improve the performance of this Git, which we will be talking about. Okay, so as I talked about that hash, right? So the SHA-1 is the algorithm. Okay, so we can pass as a blob, we can pass the content of a file inside that, and it will give us one hash. In the same way, the directory and the content of various files can be given to and it will become a tree, and that tree will be also having a hash. Okay, and then multiple trees can constitute to a commit, and which will also be having a hash. So tree, what is the tree? Basically tree, multiple blobs makes tree. So for the example, there is a folder A, and in that folder there is a blob 1 and blob 2. So on the directory level, tree will be created. Any file will constitute to a blob, and any folder will constitute a tree. And then once commit, so we after doing our changes working directory, we push our changes as a commit. So commit will be having information of the tree, will be having the hash of the tree and other metadata. So it will have the information, okay, this particular commit is having this blob and this blob, like that. Okay, and that's how the Git repository is constituted. So here you see, like, Git history is made of commits, tree, and blob, where blob is a file, okay, and tree is kind of a directory structure, and it's having it's having the metadata of blobs and their corresponding hashes and file name and other things. Then there is a commit object, which is kind of a object which has the metadata, like who is the author, who is the committer, and various information along with trees. Okay, so in this way a commit object is constituted. And when we talk about a repository, so there will be various commits. So one single commit is kind of one snapshot of your repository. So in the if you see, so this is the commit, okay, snapshot A of your repository, which is having various information about like who was the author, committer, and which tree it's pointing to and all. And then this is another commit which is keeping the reference of the previous commit. Okay, and, and as well as having the information about tree which is pointing to committer and author and all. So this particular commit is the parent of this commit. Okay, so this is pointing to this commit, and this one is the parent of commit 98ca9. Okay, in the same way, this particular commit is the parent of this commit, and it is having this snapshot of, and this is having and snapshot C as the repository. So this is the current snapshot of your repository. So any changes, so this is the initial commit. Okay, so this is the initial snapshot of your repository. Then some changes were done, some new file was added or existing file was changed and then was committed to your repository. Then another snapshot of your repository was created. Okay, so that will be the snapshot B, and then another file was changed or new file was added, deleted or whatever, and then those committed again, and it created the snapshot of your repository again, which is known as the C, and this is showing us the commit history. So once we are committing our changes continuously like this, there should be a pointer which point to like on which snapshot, on which version or on which snapshot of the repository we are. As here we are in the current example we have three: snapshot A, snapshot B, and snapshot C. So like that there might be thousands of snapshot. Which snapshot we are currently and in which branch we are, that is determined by various pointers. So branch history of commits will be referred as a branch. Okay, so pointer to a commit, so branch is equal to like pointer to a commit. So there will be pointer which is pointing to a particular snapshot, so we will, the name of the pointer will be called that branch. For the example here, by default there will be a pointer known as the master, which will be created automatically when you, which will be created for you automatically if whenever you clone a repository or you create a repository, there will be a default branch. Okay, a default pointer to a commit which will be master. And then let us assume after from the master branch we keep we kept working and created another commit. Okay, so that another commit can be referenced by another pointer, so the name of that pointer will be called name of that branch. For the example here, master pointer is pointing to this particular commit, then there was a further work and C2B9E another commit was created, and a pointer is pointing to a pointer testing is pointing to this particular snapshot version of the repository. Okay, so we will be calling it as a testing branch. So whenever we are referring testing branch, we will be having 1 2 3 4 4 commits. Okay, and when we are referring master branch, we will be having 1 2 3, those 3 commits. So if I check out to master branch, I will be having the source code or the snapshot of the snapshot version. I will be having, I will get the snapshot of this particular version of the repository. Okay, and when I will move to testing, I will get the changes which are in master as well as the changes which has been done in this particular commit. Okay, now There are multiple branches, but on which branch currently we are, how do we know? Because I can be on master branch, I can be on testing branch, but at a time I can have the single snapshot of the repository, right? I cannot have master and testing both active at a time. So we require another pointer, right, to find out like on which branch currently we are, because we have the master branch and we have the testing branch, but we should know like currently on which branch we are. So so we require a pointer, okay, to point on which branch we are. So that pointer to the current branch is known as the head. So when we say like our head is pointing to this particular commit, it means our current branch will is having the snapshot corresponding to that particular commit. Okay, so here if you see head is pointing to it's a one AV2 and it is pointed by master branch, it means we are on the master branch. So basically head will be pointing to the current branch as well as the latest commit of that particular branch. Thank you very much.